let's look at the funk.
Would you stop playing with that radio of yours? I'm trying to get to sleep.
The most important part of dance is music. So now let us listen to the music and identify the beats.
1, 2, 3.
But that was too soft.
Welcome to Flashback. We're talking about Jet Set Radio in this one. Jet Set Radio was titled Gret Giant Radio on the first North American release. It's an action game developed by Smilebit and published by Sega for the Dreamcast in 2000. In it, the player controls one of a gang of youths who skate the streets of a fictionalized Tokyo on inline skates, spraying graffiti and evading the authorities. And it was one of the very first games to use cel-shaded visuals, giving it a very cartoon-like appearance. A version of Vicarious Visions was released by THQ for the Game Boy Advance on June 26, 2003 in North America and February 20th, 2004 in Europe. And the sequel, Jet Set Radio Future, was released in 2002 for the Xbox. In 2012, a high-definition port was released for multiple platforms. So you can always go play that version, basically. Likes, dislikes, and favourite moments, scenes, bits of music. This is going to be a short one, people, because it's Jet Set Radio. There's not really loads you can say. Ultimately, I imagine we'll both start with the same likes. The cel-shaded graphics,
yeah, the
lovely.
Cel-shaded graphics were really impressive for the time.
Yeah.
And the fluidity of the gameplay. It's like,
nice.
It's got a lot of grinding on the rails and picking up spray cans and crafting some huge graffiti and stuff. It was fun. Even though the way you have to craft those graffitis could potentially go into one of the dislikes.
Yeah.
I just think from the music to the style, I think it's very much a product of its time for sure.
You basically covered it all. You're absolutely right. I've written some of the things. Cel-shaded graphics, the soundtrack being wacky and quite unique of its time, and the skating mechanic, gameplay-wise, they nailed it. Like, it felt flowing, fluid, comfortable. When you were putting lots of moves together, dodging and stuff, you felt cool doing it.
Yeah, it's really
a cool game.
It's fun to play around in the world, and it's a very simplistic concept at its core.
Of course.
But it's one that goes a long way, because it was really fresh and different at the time. You know.
Yeah. All right. The slikes then, and you already kind of touched on one of them, which I have as well, which is the graffiti, especially the big ones. Gets really fucking repetitive.
Yeah, you got to press like different directions on the Dreamcast pad. Wasn't the easiest one to use, especially.
God no.
Yeah, with the thumbsticks weren't great on the Dreamcast pad, so.
Yeah, the D-pad is terrible. Yeah, graffiti. What can get repetitive? There's only a selection you have, and say it's only the same thing. Thankfully, it's not like loads and loads of them, but. Yeah, and this is a funny one. I wonder how much you would remember this in this sense. But later on in the game, introduces combo on cube, 2 later characters. I think this is where the game kind of goes off the rails a little bit. Grind City sections. It just aren't as much fun as the earlier levels.
Yeah, when I think about the game, like I think about the earlier sections for sure. I can't say that I've ever completed it, to be honest.
I have, yeah.
You completed it?
Do you remember the end boss is on a massive DJ?
I may have seen that, but I don't think personally I've ever completed it, because it can be quite challenging.
It can be tough.
It can be frustrating. There's certain sections, like levels where you have to chase down rival gang members and tag them.
Oh,
that can be quite annoying. And it can, there's certain levels also where it can be hard to find the last few tags. I know you get a mini map, but it can still be quite frustrating.
Finding all the graffiti tags is something I've never done.
Yeah,
definitely not.
If you were trying to do that, it can be a bit frustrating. You have to constantly be on the move in the game. Otherwise, you'll get into a lot of slowdown. Like, one mistake can really slow you down.
Yeah,
you have to be grinding. Otherwise, that's the whole purpose of the game. I know, to be like on the move.
You're constantly on the move.
Yeah.
To the point where, like I said, you'll end up going around in circles a lot of the time just because you're constantly on the move. Yeah. Favorite moments, scenes, bits of music. This is an odd one.
Yeah, I mean, the music in it is very memorable for sure. I think that's something a lot of people would mention.
Yeah.
About the game, but it's not music that I like. I'm particularly a fan of, I would say.
No, it is. We've done this a couple of times on flashbacks where we're like, would I put this on the car driving home? No. And I think of the whoa, and then it goes na 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 na. That would.
Oh my God,
Jesus Christ, that's obnoxious.
Took me back, that one.
But there is actually one I think is probably the best song in it. And it's called "Sweet Soul Brother." I'll put it in the video, of course. But "Sweet Soul Brother," I think, is probably the nicest, kind of softest, most listenable track.
Yeah, I couldn't mention a particular track, but I'll have to check that one out and rewatch the video and listen to it. But yeah, I think the music in it is it suits it very much down to the ground. I heard someone say that they thought the style of the game and like the music and stuff really encapsulated the 90s period.
Very interesting.
That sort of thing. And that's why I mentioned it being a product of its time, because I think it is almost like a time capsule.
Well, it is. It's December 2000 it was released, so it being developed in the late 90s.
Yeah.
You're bang on with that. The other thing I'd say as well, and this is more just for amusement, but Grind City, the last segments, has you got very, very high. There is a certain level of satisfaction of throwing them off the top.
Yeah.
There is a certain level of satisfaction in that. Is that it?
Yeah.
There you go. What else can we say? It's Jet Set Radio. Oh, interesting enough, actually, we'll say this. Have you ever played Jet Set Radio Future?
That's the thing. I've never played that one. I only played the original Jet Set Radio, but a lot of people talk about Jet Set Radio Future and how that's like the best one.
Yeah, never played it. It's because I think it's never been re-released or anything.
Yeah, it's strange. I mean, we've got Jet Set Radio back on. It's on modern consoles.
Yeah, on modern consoles. You can pick it up. Yeah, or you can pick it up. I don't think you pick up an Xbox One version, but I think you pick up the Xbox 360 version backwards compatible.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So, but yeah, never played Jet Set Radio Future. I'd like to change that in the future. Funny enough.
Definitely.
But there you go. Yeah. Right. Let us know what you think of Jet Set Radio in the comments. Hit that like and subscribe button. Thank you for watching.